YouTube. What it do? It's Eli talking. And man, as you can see, I'm a diehard Ravens fan. And man, this 2021 season was very tough, man. It was very tough to watch, man. Um I mean, before the season even started, you know, tons of injuries, just a lot of bad luck. A lot of bad luck. And it was very hurtful, very painful to just watch. Um, I mean, the injuries they speak for themselves. I mean, first one with J.K. Dobbins in the preseason game, and it just seemed like there was a domino effect ever since. You know, Gus Edwards, Marcus Peters get hurt back-to-back plays in practice. We lost L.J. Fort, which is a underrated loss at linebacker. Just injury after injury. Um, but despite all the injuries, beginning part of the season we showed some fight. We showed some fight. First I got to start with the QB, Lamar Jackson. I mean, you know, first 8, 10 weeks of the season, man, he balled out, man. First 8 weeks, he balled. I mean, he was in true MVP form, and he was truly carrying the team. I will say that he was really carrying the team, and I think he proved why he should get paid this year. There's no dispute why he should get paid this year. Uh, you know, with coaching was, you know. Uh, I want to talk about Greg Roman and Wink Martindale. But first, let's start with Greg Roman. Greg Roman, great run play calling. Like, he's great with dialing up run plays. Like, there's no debate there. He's excellent with that. Hence why we've been number one rushing for 3 of the last 4 years, something like that, or 2 of the last 3 years. Can't remember, but you get what I'm saying. But this pass game is absolutely dog shit. Like, it's horrible. Horrible. If it's, I mean, what's the plan? Is it to just throw to Andrews every play? Because, other teams, they key in on that. And I say, everybody says that Miami game is what exposed the Ravens, but really, I think it was that Bengals game. That first Bengals game, the stuff that they were doing, and Greg Roman made 0 adjustments. And that's a problem. We really have to make adjustments, and we failed to do that this year. It's almost like Greg Roman calls plays as if the other team isn't watching film on the Ravens. I mean, those guys get paid too. You know what I'm saying? Those guys get paid too. So, it's very hard to watch. The offense just, with all the potential we had, and we didn't really reach it. We didn't really reach that full potential, and it was very painful to watch. Some decisions have to be made. Decisions have to be made. Me personally, I want Greg Roman gone, but it's not up to me. It's not up to me, But I think he has to go. If this team is really serious about winning, Greg Roman has to go. He just has to go. It's that simple. What else? Wink Martindale. Wink was solid. He worked with what he had. Our whole defense was pretty much decimated by injuries. The secondary and specifically. It's only so much you can do. Yes, there were times where I was upset with the blitzing, and not getting home, especially with the lack of depth at the secondary. I don't think blitzing was a good idea as much, but we kept ourselves in a lot of games. And the beginning of the year, we were able to win some of those games. But I think after that Miami game, that's where we sort of went downhill. Really, after the Bengals game, the first Bengals game, is where I think they exposed a lot of our weaknesses, and we didn't make any adjustments to that. And it was just hard to watch, man. It was hard to watch. Man. I had us really making some noise before the season started. I had us making some noise, possibly a Super Bowl. I really felt that we had a great team assembled. And of course, injuries derailed that. But, next man up. I understand next man up, but at the same time, when you're going next man up, is a big difference in play, obviously. So yeah, man. I mean, let's get into some, positives. Positive, again, Lamar Jackson. I mean, he showed some very bright stuff. Like first part of the season, he really balled, man. I think he really truly carried this team, because without Lamar Jackson, I don't even think we get to 8 wins. And I'm being serious. Without Lamar Jackson, I don't even think we have 8 wins. We don't. Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley showed us something, man. He's a very promising backup quarterback, and he may get an opportunity somewhere else. I would love to have him as a backup. Just in case, you never know. Hopefully we don't have to use him. Hopefully Lamar stays healthy, but things happen. Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is the team MVP. Mark Andrews totally dominated this year. Top two tight end, and he's not number 2 in my opinion. Everybody knows he's getting the ball, and he still makes plays. Still makes plays. So Mark Andrews, you good in my eyes, man. You showed why you were worth that extension, man. Definitely, you definitely showed it, man. Definitely showed it. And I do have a Mark Andrews jersey coming soon. So, yes, that will be coming soon. Hollywood Brown. First part of the season, you were Hollywood. He was Hollywood. First part of the season, he really balled. Then, he turned back into Marquise. And personally, that's what I'm going to call him till he shows me some Hollywood. Inconsistent. I mean, he did get his 1,000 yards this season. Congrats to him. But I think he has to get better, stronger. Stop avoiding contact. You're a wide receiver. You're playing NFL. It's football, man. You're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. So stop avoiding contact. It was just very hard to see that, Like, I was really thinking he was going to take that next step this year. And he did at the beginning part. Yeah, later part of the season, not so much. Rashad Bateman. In the limited time he got, he showed some promising, potential. I want to go back to coaching because I'm not understanding why, the coaches use him in the first parts of the game and then he just disappears. They don't put him back in the game. They don't throw to him. And it's very frustrating to watch. You drafted this guy for a reason. Why are you not throwing him the ball? Why are you not using him? It can't just be all Andrews. It can't. It can't just be Andrews in Hollywood. It can't. That's not going to work, man. So you got to try something else. You got to open the playbook up. And that's where it goes back to Greg Roman, where I think he has to go. I think I think the time now, like, he really has to go. That's just my opinion. So, of course, that tough game to the Steelers was just, as you can see, it took me a couple days to make a video because I'm still digesting that loss. I really thought we had that game, man, and, you know, we just didn't finish. Like the last 6 games, we just didn't finish. And, you know, it is what it is, man. Hopefully we bounce back. Now, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Because only one way we can go, and that's up. We can only go up from here. Solutions. I think Greg Roman, of course, he has to go. Wink Martindale, yeah, he get a pass, I think. I think Wink gets a pass. I think Wink stays. He kept us in a lot of games. His defense kept us in a lot of games. Just the offense and ability to move the ball at times was just very hard to watch. Where do we go from here? Well, first we got to pay Lamar. I mean, he is the heartbeat of the Ravens. He is the Ravens right now. So we have to get his contract situated. Because once we get his contract situated, we can navigate through what else we need to do through the roster. I do think we're going to lose a lot of guys. But, you know, that's what the draft and free agency is for. And I trust EDC. I trust DeCosta. DeCosta will put us in a good position to, you know, build a solid roster. And, you know, he's always done that. And I think he'll continue to do that. Man, I do want to talk about John Harbaugh. I do think John Harbaugh's on the hot seat. I think John Harbaugh's on the hot seat because 2 games in particular where I just didn't agree with the decision making. Personally, I didn't agree with the going for 2. I just didn't. I think you play for overtime and see what happens. I would rather lose like that than to keep going for 2 and, you know, not converting on that. You know, those 2 games, even one of those games could have got us in the playoffs, you know. But, you know, in hindsight, it's easy to say shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, this is where we are now. We're out of the playoffs, and you know, we're gonna be watching the playoffs at home. And honestly, I think that's the best bet right now. This team just needs to get healthy, regroup, rebuild, and just reload, man, and continue that Ravens fight, man. We got to get that fight back. This year, I didn't see a lot of fight, but again, it's only so much you can do with the injuries. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Still Ravens flock, you know, Flock Nation. Still love my guys, man. Love all you guys, you know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm just now starting on this, so you know it's not gonna stop from here. I'll be covering other things too, but mainly Ravens. As of now, just mainly Ravens because that is my team, and you know that's who I watch. Like that's my squad. Again, like, comment, subscribe. You know, give me some feedback on what you guys think. How can we figure out some solutions for the Ravens, you know, to next year? I do think we'll be back next year. I think we'll make some noise next year once we get healthy, though. This is not the end of the Ravens. I promise you that. This is not the end of the Ravens, and we'll be back. Like Chuck Clark said, watch how we bounce back next year. So, YouTube, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all. Peace. Have a good day.